Ho! Mystic GLoLady here. Hello, Libra. This is your divinatory reading for November 2015. And yes, that is Thomas. Thomas and Bella have been hanging out a bit for these readings, and sometimes they're even disruptive. So those who are to expect disruptions, Bella and Tom tell you. Okay, Libra, this is for, as I said, November 2015, and it is a general reading, which means that I put Libra into the first house. And the first house in a birth chart is where the ascendant would lie, not necessarily your sun sign. So, as you hear readers say, listen to your birth, your sun sign. Okay, what sign are you? Listen, because that's how it's going to affect you personally. You know, put your ascendant in there. That's your birth chart. It's really how it's going to affect what house. And then you have your moon sign, which is how it's going to affect you emotionally. So you put them all together and you have a pretty good idea of what's coming. You know, you can be prepared. You know, Libra is that balance, and Libra likes to stay balanced. You know, I mean, they like to, keep it on the even keel. And when we know that there's some energy that's coming that wants to throw us off course, it can be a course corrector, or an adjuster or a changer. So, on the bottom, the energy that we have to work with, it is the Nine of Swords, the despair and cruelty. What are you putting behind you? It's interesting, Libra, because Virgo is also putting some pain behind them. And as I said to Virgo, use that pain as a catalyst so that you can become that phoenix rising from the ashes. Okay? If you stay mired in that hurt and pain, that is not any way to heal, to live, to love. You can't focus on. Okay? It has to be a catalyst. Let it rise you. Let it take you up. Now, Libra, in your first house of self, you have Mercury. Now, Mercury is going to be moving a whole lot quicker than it did when it was retrograde, because it's going to go 1, 2, 3. It's in your first house. It's going to be moving to your second house. It's going to finish the month in your third house. So, communicating about you, communicating about your finances, your resources. At the Mercury on the 3rd goes into your second house of communications, and on the 21st it will your second house of finance. Sorry, you're on the 3rd. On the 3rd, Mercury goes into your second house of finances. On the 21st, it goes into your third house of communication, short distance travels. So, the communications, all right, the beginning of the month, talk about you. What kind of hurt and pains do you got to get out so that it doesn't keep affecting you the whole way through the month? The 3rd, in your second house of finances, okay, what's going on? What do you need to talk about with finances? And then ending it up communications. Now, in your first house, you have the Death card, the end of, the beginning of, putting that pain, okay, putting that pain beneath you to be the transformation, to end what is not working, okay, at the beginning of, communicate what is not working, okay? And we're going to keep going on because that's just one piece of the puzzle. In your second house of finances, of money, possessions. You have Scorpio. Okay, you have the energy of Scorpio. Now, if this is your ascendant sign, okay, Scorpio energy is going to stay there in your second house. Okay, and that I desire money. Okay, is it the balance? Okay, are you getting an overbalance of I want that money, I desire money, because the sun is shining on your second house of finances, and you have a new moon. Okay, now you have a new moon on the 11th. The sun's going to be shining there until the 23rd when it moves on to your third house. So really, big time, what's not working, get it out, because there's new things coming. Okay, don't be dwelling on that past. You know, it's if you look in the rear view mirror, you can't drive forward. Okay, I mean, it's good to glance, but if you're constantly, you know, looking in that rearview mirror, you're not going to see what's coming. You be aware of, okay, because if nothing changes, nothing changes. Okay, 8, the Strength card in your second house of Moolah. All right, so the finances is there. I mean, talk about it. You know, get it out. You know, you have the strength. It's looking good. Don't waste it. Okay, don't waste it. Don't blow it on a pity party, because that's not going to work. All right, third house of communications, short distance travel. You have Saturn. Okay, Saturn is the teacher. It's that lord of karma. What lessons do you need to learn? Okay, in the third house of communication, short distance travel, and you have the moon. All right, are you learning to communicate your feelings? Have you learned to communicate your feelings? Okay, say what you mean what you say, don't say it mean, and sometimes truth is brutal, especially when you're not used to speaking up. Because when you're not used to speaking up, sometimes the words are blurted out and they come out harshly. Okay, but it feels much better when you get it out. You know, say it. How do you like me now? But you're going to feel better. You're going to feel better because you have that weight off your back. Okay, that pain that's underneath, get it out, get rid of it. You know, especially emotionally. You know, can't drive forward looking in rearview mirror. Capricorn, the I use, the grounded in your home energy. Okay, your fourth house, your home. You have Pluto there, and Pluto is going to be in your home, okay, turning it around for a while. Okay, it's 8 to 20 years that it goes through a sign, and it's going to be changing. Now you have the Lovers. Okay, are you loving the change in your home? Are you happy in your home with the changes that you have made? Okay, Aquarius, I know, in the fifth house, and that's the humanitarian. And in the fifth house of fun, creativity, sex, children, I know I want to have fun. What's that Cyndi Lauper? Girls just want to have fun? Yeah, that one. Uh-huh. You have the Six of Swords. They earn success. I deserve that right to go out with my girlfriends and have fun. I deserve it. Yes. No sense in crying over what is left, what is gone, what is no more. It is beneath me. How can I change? And a big part is going out and having some fun. Okay, you've earned it. You have earned it. Now, Pisces, the I believe in your sixth house of work, service, daily routine. your health. And Pisces, the I believe, what do you believe that you want to do for work? What do you believe you want to do for your health? Neptune's in there, okay? Neptune's in there, and it's going direct on the 19th, but it's still staying at 7 degrees, okay? Retrograde, the truth is revealed. What is being revealed to you in your work or your health sector, okay? Because once it goes direct, it's like, you know, where's the delusions that we sometimes escape with alcohol and drugs. Now we have the Nine of Wands, the great strength in your work sector. Are you getting those accolades? The yay, you're doing a good job. You're working at that new health routine, that new exercise routine. We are active. We're working it, okay? That's one way to get out of a pity pot, you know, is when we stop stirring the pot and we start serving others. Okay? Now, in the 7th house of relationships, we have Aries, that I am that I am attitude. Okay? What kind of attitude do you have in relationships? Okay, Aries, I am boss. Is that how you are in relationships? Now, Uranus is in there, okay? Uranus is in there. It takes 7 years to go through one sign, so Uranus is in there for a few. And Uranus, right now, we have it 17 degrees, and it's retrograde, and it's going back to 16 degrees. So it's only going back a sign, you know, the whole month. And when it's retrograde, it's the individual, the nonconformist. Okay? So in your relationships, knowing that you have the energy of Aries, the I am, be careful of always playing the I am boss. Okay? Now you have the Princess of Wands. So Princess of Wands in there, you're working it. You're working it with relationships. Which, yeah, is that an unexpected change? Okay, Taurus. Taurus in the 8th house. Taurus, I have 8th house, other people's resources, other people's money, death, inheritance, taxes. Taurus, you're grounded, and you have the 7 of Pentacles, the success unfulfilled. Okay, is that maybe why we have a you know, crying of because we were counting on and it didn't come through, and that was the end of, and now it's like a change has to occur. Okay, be open with that. All right, if you're dealing with contracts of such, you know, dealing with other people's money, just make sure that the contract is exact of the way that you want it. Okay, if the contract isn't it, you know, if it's not, it's not. Okay, it is what it is. Because if you don't do that, you know, it's coming up here, the 8 of Cups. Okay, not being happy over that decision, the abandoned success. And you have Gemini in the 9th house, and you have a full moon in the 9th house, okay, and the abandoned success. All right, now Gemini, 9th house, higher learning, long distance travel, spiritual quests. Okay, what is it? What is it that needs to be let go of? The 25th, the full moon. Okay, the full moon in Gemini. All right, what's that communication? If you don't get it, if you do not spill the beans at the beginning of the month, the end of the month is going to say, I'll spill them for you. Okay, so emotionally get it. Come on, Thomas, keep going. Thank you. Emotionally get it out. Thomas, do you want to go up and play with Bella? Come on. Come on. No, honey. No, honey. Sorry. You may stay up there. You may stay up there or you're going to get down. Okay? Please? Okay, get down. That'll work. That'll work too. And that might be what you have to do too. It might be you know, going with the flow. Somebody's rocking your boat and it's not rocking it the way that you want. It's rocking you, you know, to tip you out. Well, maybe that's just saying, hey, this isn't working. Let's, okay. All right. I'm done. What's new? Because if you're not ready for that change, remember, you like to keep that balance. You know, you might get knocked. Okay, so how long is it going to take that balance to get back up there again? All right, in your 10th house, in your 10th house of career, you have Cancer, and Cancer is the I feel energy. Okay, Cancer is emotional, and you have the Prince of Wands. Okay, the working it in your career. As I've said before, all right, if it's not working, don't focus on what's not working, but believe that a good change can be made possible. All right? Because there's going to be some that's around there that's going to be rocking that boat. You know, they want to tip the balance. And what do I need to keep the balance? You need to keep the balance within you, because even though everything, you know, around you, you know, people might be going a little bit on the crazy side, you know, it's you being the balance to keep the balance for others also. Now, Leo, in the 11th house, the 11th house of friends, associates, hopes, and wishes. Leo, the I will, the courageous, and you have the 9 of Pentacles, the material gain. All right, so you know, people are in our lives for a reason, a season, and a gift. Okay, well, a reason, a season, and a lifetime, you know, which I would call that a gift if you have people in your lifetime for a gift. But there again, you also have to remember that people come in and out of our lives in order to teach us lessons, in order to grow. You know, those are our soulmates. Our soulmates are here to teach us lessons, and they aren't necessarily the ones that we are to fall in love with, you know, other than to learn that lesson, and they're sometimes painful. You know, you're learning some lessons in your 9th house, some painful emotional lessons. Now, in your 12th house, you have Virgo. Okay, Virgo, the I organize, I analyze. And you also have Venus and Mars and Jupiter. And I have Thomas, who's saying, I want out. So, let me see if I can finish this. Come here, Thomas. Come here. Come here, kitty. Come here. Come here. Come here, honey. I let you out. Okay, as I said, there's going to be some people who are going to be like, dee. All right, 12th house, hidden secrets, or hidden enemies, secrets, same thing. Jails, institutions. You have Virgo energy, the organizing. You have Venus and Mars in there. Alright, now Venus and Mars are going to be making love pretty much the whole month until, you know, the 22nd. They'll start spreading apart more. But the beginning of the month, Venus is at 21 degrees of Virgo. Mars is at 22 degrees of Virgo. And we also have Jupiter multiplying at 16 degrees of Virgo. Now, Jupiter is going to be staying there until next year. So, multiplying, you know, what is in there. And Venus and Mars are going to be moving to Libra. You know, it's going to be, okay, are we loving ourselves yet? Because Venus and Mars are going to be moving, as I said, the 9th and the 13th. Alright, so we're going to start loving you a little bit more. It's going to be a push to love you a little bit more. Jupiter with that spiritual quest. Okay, are you loving you a little bit more? Are you finding new reasons to love you more? The Prince of Swords. Okay, Swords, mental illness, communication, travel. All right, are you communicating? Are you communicating what you need to communicate in order to get those skeletons out of your closet? All right, they're not doing you or anyone else any service. And when you get those skeletons out of your closet, you are also going to understand that you are not alone. Okay, you're not the only one who has been through, done that. Okay, there's many who have been there, done that before you. All right, and many who would be more than willing to share their experience, strength, and hope with you. All right, now when you when you when you all right, and I think that's probably what it is. It's like and it's like it just doesn't want to come out. It just doesn't want to come out. So what I would suggest for those who can't get it out for whatever reason, that you write it down. Okay? If you can't verbally speak your mind, then write it down. And let those written words go to whom they are directed. And if those written words need to go to someone who is not available or who has passed on, write those words down so that you honor yourself. Write those words down on a piece of paper, then burn it, put it in your burning bowl, burn it, put it outside, burn it, take those ashes and take them to living water and let it go. It's not serving you, okay? And, yeah, you have some dealings with other people coming up, but a big part is how are you going to be accountable for you and your own happiness, right? If you're counting on somebody else to make you happy, no, no. It's a nice blessing when they do, but to count on expectations or premeditated resentments. So, yeah, yeah. But just remember, in this moment, there is only love. And I love you. So, I'll see you. Love you. Bye.